Okay, this video is going to be a conversation about God. Hmm, Crazy, right? Being an atheist, I still give you my thoughts about God. Well, the reason being is I was born and raised in a uh, family that followed God and prayed to God, and like any other normal family, pray to God and do all the stuff that the religion tells you, celebrate the festivals, and yes, have fear that there is that almighty power somewhere who's looking at you, who's watching you, who'll punish you if you do something wrong. If you pray to him, he's there for you, he loves you, and if you follow his teachings, one day you'll be blessed with the paradise. The typical statements all religions give. If you're good and you do good, and he'll be there for you. If you have faith, he will never let you down. If you pray to him, he listens, he cares, he loves you unconditionally. And yes, I genuinely wanted to. At first, I wanted to die for God. When I was small, I used to read all these books. When I used to go to religious places, this guy died for God, that guy died for God. He's a martyr, he's a saint. I was like, even I want to die for God. There was a short period in my life where I even wanted to be a saint. Priest. Priest. That is until I discovered girls. That was more fun. And obviously, as I grew bigger, I wanted to really understand God. And, you always feel like you know God much more than someone else. Hey, doggies. All these poor doggies. Oh. But then I'm sure you know my story, whereby I started to question my own religion, question the inaccuracies in the Bible. I mean, statements which just didn't make sense. If you pray to God, he listens. But if he doesn't give you, he's testing you. If you get what you prayed for, he's listening to you. So, I mean, if I pray to him and I get it, he answered my prayers. But if I pray and I don't get it, he's testing me. So both the ways. So what is the condition for this thing? If I'm a good person and I, don't get what I want, so what's the point of being a good person? Oh, he's testing you. Then obviously I would ask, what about the poor people? What about the children who are born? What did they do wrong? Why do they have diseases? Why are they dying? Why are they suffering? Why people who are bad keep being rich? Oh, there is a heaven and hell. So everything had this kind of explanation for why it happens. And very soon I realized these are, these are explanations just to, just for dumb people. Like, for example, you give someone money and they tell you they will pay you at next month. The next month comes, no, I didn't give you because something. And then you say, okay, next month. Next month, you say because. So every time there is a reason or explanation, and it's all man-made explanations like heaven and hell. Anyway, I don't want to get into all that, but I'll tell you this much. If you really question intelligently and look at it from a very logical perspective, then there is no way in the world you're going to believe in God. There's no way. Like simple questions which nobody can answer. Nobody can answer. So if you're born as a Muslim, you believe in Islam. You're born as a Hindu, you believe in Hinduism. Born as a Christian, believe in Christianity. Correct? So each one believes their own religion is true, right? So which one is true? All can't be true. But then they say God is one. Then why all the people don't worship one God? Why three different gods? And why do you need to have the tag of a religion? Then why do good people suffer? Innocent children, babies. God sees but waits to give justice. Okay, what about children who get raped? What about children who have cancer? Children, babies. So they'll give some bullshit answer. Okay, when you die, you'll go to heaven or hell. Yeah, who has seen it? Seriously, who has seen it? The problem is when you are biased against something that you genuinely want to believe no matter what, you will give all the reasons why that question is false. It's like, a teenager, when he or she falls in love with a guy or girl, no matter what you tell them, see, is bad for you. No, Papa, you don't understand. But he did this, he cut his hand and he prays for me and he cries for me. He can't eat food without me. So they'll be like, no, this is a passing phase. But do you think a youngster will listen? It's the same way. When I was a Christian, no matter what you told me about my Christian God, sorry, your faith is weak. Your religion is fake. Your God is fake. We are the chosen ones. So yeah, I lived my entire life like that, man. It felt good. It was a religion of convenience. Fear had kept me down to question because you wouldn't want to get God's punishment. God's punishment. Oof. But God loves you unconditionally. You see the irony? God loves you unconditionally. But if you don't listen to Him, you'll be destroyed in hellfire for the rest of your life. What unconditional love is this, man? I love you unconditionally, but you have to bow to me. You have to pray to me only. In the Bible, I'm a jealous God. And then they tell you, God's own son died for you. Why? To save you from sin. What sin? Yeah, of your forefathers. But I didn't do it. No, but that sin is carried for everyone. Huh? So if my great grandfather raped a girl, I am guilty for it. Then obviously the funny stories of the Bible. There was Adam and Eve, talking snake, magic apple. They both had sex and they had babies. They had Abel and Cain. So two boys. How did they get the girl to have sex? So did that mean they had sex with the sister? And in the Garden of Eden, were they dinosaurs? There's no mention of that. Yeah, because when the Bible was written, they didn't discover dinosaurs. And God knew everything. Then why didn't He stop the snake from tempting them? And then there's this big boat where all animals, two. I can't manage three dogs. How do you manage every animal on the planet in a boat? How do you clean their shit? For example, the logistics of cleaning their shit only. Of giving how do you give the cheetah meat? From where do you get meat? How do you store the meat? How do you feed the birds? How do you control the birds? Come on. Oh, and God gave the first to Moses the tablet, 11 years in one area. If you Google search today, from Egypt to the promised land, it will take maybe a few days. Moses was what, 40 years, no? Something. Anyway, see, overall, there are so many stories in the Bible which are stories, and there are theories. You might say, yeah, science also has theories, no? But the thing about science versus religion, no? Science doesn't ask you to believe if you're good, good will happen. If you're bad, bad will happen. Pray to whatever and something will happen. No, they just give you an explanation. Okay, this is how a child is born. This is how things are made. ABCD, that's it. There is no hope that they're giving you. But religion, on the other hand, gives you hope. Hope that something good will happen. And when this hope is not answered, I'll tell you, it hurts. Oh, try talking to a mother whose child is suffering and dying. How much she must be crying, or the father, for the child. Or it's terrible, right? Try telling someone who's dying of hunger, famine, floods, accident, God loves you. Then why did they have the accident? Why do they have cancer? Why are they dying? Where is this God? Yeah, you have to believe in God. Anyway, I don't have an issue. You guys can believe in God. You can, any gods, Allah, Jesus, Amun-Ra, Thor, Zeus, Shiva, Kali, Ganesh. Enough and more God. Oh, God is one. He's a force. He's an energy. He's inside you. Okay, whatever. And you get these great saints, holy men who will give you great theories, word manipulation. They will manipulate the words to, they'll play around with the word selection, you know. If you feel God, it's within you, the joy, you'll feel it. Feel. Can you feel? Ciao, man. Anyway, you guys can believe in God and all that. You'll ask me what I believe in. And I tell them I believe in nothing. I don't believe in any celestial being. Oh, prove it. It's like, can you prove that you don't believe in unicorns? Or can you believe a unicorn doesn't exist? How can you prove a negative? How can you prove something doesn't exist? It just doesn't exist, man. Anyway, wanted to get this off. This religious thing. My theory about religion is it was created to control people, to give the fear of the unknown, and certain individuals who claim to be close to the gods. They had the authority and power to control everyone. And so that mind manipulation, feeling of power continued. Kings would listen to holy priests, whether it's England, the 16th century, whether it is the Arab Empire, or wherever. They all believed in some gods. When they would win, God gave us victory. When they lose, God was offended, would offer sacrifice. Anyway, this is what it is. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Good, bad, ugly. Love to hear from you. Okay? You guys take care. Ciao.